Si yo pudiera cambiar algo, cambiaría que mi papá no estuviera preso.
Entre veces mi mamá cuando mi abuela me pega. Se ponen a agarrarse, se ponen a pelear.
The Bible tells us that in the beginning, God created the heavens and the earth, and He created everything we know and see. At the apex of that creation was us, human beings, you and I. He created a perfect world for us to exist in, to experience life, love, and a pursuit of the joy that God had given us. And together we cultivate something beautiful, that joy would be in our lives, that we would partner with God in building this continually perfect place for generation after generation, that our children would deeply know the perfection that God had made.
Mi abuela jamás me vino y me dijo, lo que ella me decía era, tu mamá no te quiere, tu mamá te abandonó por un hombre. Entonces me creció un rencor en mí y yo jamás la busqué, hasta que yo misma me dije, no, la voy a buscar porque ella no me quería. Y yo fui con ella. Yo la busqué a ella. Ella me explicó las cosas a mí y me dijo que ella sí me quería, que por cuestiones de que como a ella la quería matar, ella se tuvo que ir. Entonces, por eso ella no me pudo cuidar a mí de mi niñez.
That perfection didn't last. Sin entered into the world in our disobedience. Sin that mars this world, mars the perfection that God gave us. It shows us that where there was supposed to be hope, there's despair. Where there was supposed to be life, there's now death. Where there was supposed to be joy, there's now sadness. This is the reality of the world that the youth in Guatemala have to experience and grow up with. And that's why we're here.
Here at Champions in Action, we see this brokenness, this world that is not the way it was meant to be on a daily basis. Our mentors and kids are forced to navigate a world filled with gang violence, drugs, absent parents, death, and destruction.
Sea por ejemplo alrededor andan fumando, que andan tomando. Ahí alrededor mío ha habido varios accidentes de balaceras y todo eso. Entonces ese es mi estrés para mí.
But even though there's sin, there's hope because of the life, death, and resurrection of Jesus. Because we've seen renewal, restoration, and redemption in His life, we can have renewal, redemption, and restoration in ours.
We have over 400 kids in our program this December. Each one of them has some version of the stories that you've been hearing, these stories of hardships and brokenness. For some, 400 plus stories of hardships and struggles can be overwhelming. But for us at Champions in Action, we see 400 plus reasons to fight for a better future.
Second Peter chapter 1, verse 7, one of my favorite passages in all of Scripture. It tells us that God has given great, beautiful, and precious promises to His people. Promises that in the midst of the brokenness of this world, that He will show up. In the midst of our partnership with Him, that He will show up. That amidst the corruption of a broken and dying world, He will show up and His promises will always be fulfilled. So we know when we go, when we partner, when we work alongside a God who never fails.
For us, every program we offer is a promise. We promise to walk beside them daily through our mentorship program. We promise to boost their skills through our weekly practices in soccer league. We promise to fill their tummies with our food support program. We promise to invest in their future with our professional skills training program. We promise to reach the abandoned through our Red Zone outreach. We promise to support their education by providing for their school supplies. We promise to train their mentors through our mentor school. And we promise to be ready to help them through our emergency compassion funds. This end of year, we're launching the Power of a Promise campaign because we believe that every child deserves a happy childhood, even in a broken place. And we want to invite you to make a promise too. By donating today, you can help fulfill each of these promises and to transform a generation.
We can't do this work alone. We need you.
Let's show these kids how it feels when someone makes a promise and keeps it. Donate today.